All right, my beautiful friends, here we are, you and me, together again at last. You know what time it is? It's time for a group hug. Bring it in, bring it in. Good hug, yeah. Anyway, seriously, I love this stuff. I really do. All right, look. So here's the deal. Post-market wrap-up on this record-setting day. Yes, we broke records in the stock market today. Yet again, we're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about a couple of reversals that we need to pay attention to. So what's the date? September 1st, 2020. All right, I guess I let the cat out of the bag. New record highs for the market. NASDAQ, S&P 500. Dow put on like 200 and something points here. Great. I was in and out of two trades today. One I broke even. The other one I pulled out a 9% gain. But I'm being very cautious here. I am not holding any position right now. Nothing overnight. I don't like it. I just smell something. It could be me being out of my mind too. But again, nothing goes up on a straight line without even a slight pullback, although that's what the market seems to be doing here at this particular time. But also pay attention to this. Only a few stocks are lifting the market at this time. This is not like a broad-based thing by any means. So all we need is a few stocks here to sell off, or some investors, traders to start taking profits, and you're going to see this market bleed off, for which it needs to do. I think you understand that. Let's talk about the dollar today. Big reversal. Dollar started out lower, went higher. 10-year yield. 10-year yield went lower. What does that mean? Cash is actually making its way into the stock market and into the debt market. We don't want to see cash making its way into the debt market, especially if the dollar is getting stronger. I've explained to you there is a compensatory mechanism here between the debt market and the dollar. The dollar is a unit of debt. We all know that. If we see a dollar getting weaker, while let's say the 10-year yield is hovering where it is now, about 0.67, okay, I don't think that would raise any kind of a red flag. But when you got the dollar getting stronger on a day like today and the 10-year yield dropping, it could prelude something. And I'm not calling for a crash or anything like that. I just think this market has gone stupid. So what am I doing? I'm going to get in and out of trades, maybe go back to day trading a little bit here just to finagle this. The whole market doesn't make sense. When you have literally, and I'm not making this up, I'm not being overly dramatic, an endless supply of easy money being pumped into Wall Street, nothing makes sense. Again, we do not have a free market at all anymore. This is that merger I've been talking about, corporations and the new American government, the new world order that's in your face. That's what we have here. That's what's going on here. An economy in free fall. And it's about to get much worse. We're already hearing, news about much deeper layoffs coming, industry-wide layoffs coming. And that's also not good for our economy here, despite the fact some people are trying to convince you otherwise. Look, we're done. The American middle class is nearly, for all intents and purposes, is extinct today. It really is. So this is just a matter of, turning the final screws here to finish the job, nail the coffin shut on the American middle class. The emergence of that two-tier society, it's in our face. It's in our face. And that's the way it's going to go here until it doesn't. When the banks are ready to let this thing fall, they're going to, in a rapid fashion. It's not going to happen yet. Again, we got an election cycle here. Markets tend to be pumped higher at the tail end of an election cycle like we're in now. But again, I'm being overly cautious or something. If I got to get in here and make one or two trades a day and get out before the bell, I'm going to do that. That's what I'm going to do. Holding a position overnight here when we have a market that makes no sense at all. The distortions that exist in this market are far beyond anything we have ever seen in the history of the world. We have never seen this before. No bubble, prior stock market bubble before this one, has had greater distortions in it than the current bubble. This bubble here has manifested itself via easy money from the Federal Reserve and suppressed rates now for over an entire decade. It began in earnest under Obama when we had the 2008 meltdown here. And President Trump has taken Obama's playbook and went crazy with it. You know, he probably said to himself, it works. Obama's playbook works. So let's just have the Fed continue to inflate the market. I'll tout the market. But I realize underneath it all, he can't tell you this, that it's the Federal Reserve. Just like he said the Federal Reserve was doing for President Obama. He said the Federal Reserve is making Obama look good by propping up the stock market. Well, President Trump has taken that to the next level and then beyond. There's nothing like it here. But he can't tell you that either. He has to tout the stock market. Meanwhile, people are suffering here. We are in economic free fall, although he's got to convince you we're in a super V recovery. You know that. Look, the lies, the propaganda, the misinformation. I've warned all of you about this from months and months and months ago. I told you it was going to get worse. It is going to get worse. Okay. Now let's talk about a few other things here. We had a reversal in the dollar. We had a reversal with regard to the 10-year yield. Metals, gold and silver, also reversed today. Falling under pressure. Cryptocurrencies here, nice bids across the board here with regard to cryptocurrency. And trust me on this one, and you could if you want to or not. It's up to you, of course. Cryptos are going higher. Gold is going higher. Silver is going higher as the Fed inflates. The Fed is going to inflate like you have no idea. And that's the way it's going to go moving forward. It's a new paradigm. It's a new debt paradigm like we have never seen in the history of the world. And there's going to be a terrible price to pay for this moving forward. Again, the Federal Reserve is determined to create inflation in an environment where there's no money velocity. The rate at which cash is moving through our economy is near historic lows. To make it happen, they have to literally take their printers and go into hyperdrive or keep hitting digits on the screen like this, until their fingers fall off. That's the only way they can do it. They've got to kill the dollar in its current form. That is what they are going to do. That is what they are determined to do. And they're going to suck the middle class down with it. Whatever is left of the middle class is going down. Down, and I mean down. Like I've warned, I've explained in these exact words. I've said, if you're in the middle class, you are going to be pushed down to the lower class. There's no doubt about it. That's the manifestation of this environment here. It's all about the corporations. U.S. small businesses are, they're 50% of them are gone and they are not coming back. More are going too as well. More are going as well. Why do you think Congress can't get anything done here? Do you think this is just by chance, just by accident here? No, they're doing it on purpose. It's one party. The Democratic freaks and the Republican freaks, both of them, they don't care about you whatsoever. Neither does the man at the top. Believe me on this. This is a new world order. Period. The end. They are told what to do, when to say it, and that's the way it goes. You don't matter at all. Zero. Especially if you're a member of the middle class. I mean, they want you gone. Absolutely gone in this new thing that we have here. And this new thing is going to come with major change coming down the pike here. Change like you cannot possibly believe is coming for you. And for America, the new America, the old world America is gone. Very, very sad. Most people sit back and do nothing. They just allow it to happen. They're more concerned with whatever party they want in power. Again, an illusion. Okay, than understanding what's actually going on around them. They keep you in an envelope, is what they do. And in that envelope does not allow you to think. It creates rage. It creates division, hatred. That's what it's all about. So they can do whatever they want to do. By creating an environment like this, it allows you to be mind controlled. You may think that what they're doing is just all by accident. None of it. Nothing whatsoever is by accident. Everything you're seeing here is deliberate. You understand? So let's go back to these markets here. We're going to keep ourselves on the right side of this no matter what happens. All right? There's just no doubt about that. I've tried my hardest to warn you, to keep you aware of the scheme that is being played on you, your family, your children, the people you care about, our country, and the world. This is not just a phenomenon here in the United States. This is a global phenomenon. It's a global takeover, a one world system. That's what we're marching to very, very rapidly. They must keep you distracted by any means they can, focusing on things that really have some meaning, but in the grand scope of things, all they are is a mechanism to keep you from focusing on what you should be looking at. Okay? That's all that is going on around you. And it's unfortunate that more people don't wake up to what's actually going on, because they've been made puppets. Most people are puppets who are unable to think outside the box. They've been purposely dumbed down, purposely confused, they purposely have information thrown at them from every which direction that they can possibly imagine to keep them off balance. Divide and conquer. That's all this is. And I'm going to let you on a big secret. You lose. That's the end game. You lose. This is a plan over a century in the works, and it's not going to change. All that can change is you attempting to keep yourself on the right side of this as we accelerate faster into a two-tier society, into a one-world system. You understand? That's all this is. People, look, today happens to be the first of the month. The first of every month, I humbly ask for your support. If you think I'm doing a good job, you know, Greg is a good guy, he's doing a good job, he's worthwhile listening to, please support this blog. I always make a suggestion. How about just $5? There is a link in the description of this video. Just click on it. And if you feel so inclined, and of course you're under no obligation to do this whatsoever, support my work. I would greatly appreciate that. With that said, love you a lot. See you in the morning, and it's going to be just lovely.